Welcome, everybody. This is No Bones About Wrestling. This is your AEW Revolution prediction show. I'm one of your hosts, Asa. This is Wolf of soon to be the Wolf Den podcast. Is that correct?
Wolf Den Wrestling Podcast. Yep.
And K Fabulous is going to join us in just a minute. So the show looks fucking awesome for tonight.
Yep.
I think Revolution was the what's up, Steven? I think Revolution was the best pay-per-view of last year, for sure. And man, with this card, it looks like it may be again.
Yeah.
There's not one weak match on here. We'll wait till Kay gets on to start making the picks.
Sorry, I'm sharing the thing.
Yeah. But Wolf, what do you think? What are you thinking about the show?
It's amazing. It is you've said it. It is honestly incredible. This can easily be like pay-per-view of the year. The card is just all stacked. Like every match is amazing. Even the pre-show like isn't that bad. It's like pretty solid.
Well,
So,
Steven says the show is sold out too. Good for them.
Wait, check with Steven to see which ones I'm missing for him.
Oh, and Steven did picks. So wait, 1, 2, 3.
Yes.
We have 4 pre-show matches and 9 main card.
We're just doing the main card.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. I'm trying to see which Kay missed one of Steven's picks, or he didn't give it. I'm trying to look right now to see which one.
I'd like to think he didn't give it, but it was probably my fault.
Hi,
guys.
Hello.
Okada versus
Brody.
King. Yeah.
Yeah. So Steven, just throw up in the chat whatever you're missing, and anyone else that's watching. We do a prize contest for viewers' predictions. Whoever gets the most right wins the prize.
I am curious, Kay, do you happen to know the pre-show matches?
No, I know just the one. Asa had them at one point.
I know. Yeah. I know there's Chris Jericho versus Gravity for the Ring of Honor title.
Yeah.
I know there's Hologram and Commander versus
Lee Johnson and Blake Christian.
Oh yes. I'm so excited to see Blake Christian.
And then we have an 8-man tag team match, Daniel Garcia and the Undisputed Kingdom, Cole, O'Reilly, and Strong versus Shane Taylor Promotions. And all of the Shane Taylor Promotions, which means the Infantry, what's it called? Lee Moriarty and Shane Taylor. And then we also have a trios match, Big Boom, AJ, and the Conglomeration, Orange Cassidy and Mark Briscoe versus Johnny TV and MXM Collection.
That one sounds shitty, but the other 3 pre-show matches sound good.
I mean, they're all good people.
I think that's a spammer, maybe.
Maybe. I have no idea. Probably.
I think that's on you.
Yeah. Let me look this up. Hold on.
The show looks great. Where's the belt?
I'll be right back.
And of course, Wolf's Predictions Championship is on the line. He's held it for months now. I'm not even sure how long. We probably should have kept some sort of history, but
we can go back and look.
Wolf's Predictions Championship. It says ECW, but it's not. It's the No Bones Predictions Championship. Whoever gets the most right wins the belt. If there's a tie, the champion keeps the belt, just like in wrestling.
I think I lost it at World's End, didn't I? Wasn't Wrestle Dream the one that I had perfected on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so December.
Yeah.
So we had it for 3 months. Yeah. All right. Well, let's get started. I put the matches just kind of in the order I think they might go. So, don't shout at me if you disagree. First up, AEW. Steven says, okay, UPS the title to me.
That won't be happening.
So the AEW World Tag Team title match, we got the Hurt Syndicate with MVP defending their belts against the Hot Outrunners. Wolf, who you got?
So, I'm gonna give a little bit of context. Originally, I had a very interesting idea, where Outrunners would win by disqualification because of the murder machines. But apparently on Collision, or some Twitter interview, they showed that Johnny TV and MXM Collection are hiring the murder machines for help against Big Boom AJ and the conglomeration. So I find that weird because I thought they could have at least made this like a mini feud between Outrunners and murder machines, but because of that, I'm changing my pick to Hurt Syndicate outright winning because of a debuting Cedric Alexander.
Oh,
Oh my gosh, I hadn't even thought of that.
Yes.
I hadn't thought of that either.
I thought it was too soon, but I was like, you know what? No, I'm pretty sure the time is up now.
That is
If
excellent.
it's
I
not,
hadn't
then
even thought about all
I'm
these really
silly.
stuff.
If
Yeah, I
it's
love
not
Cedric.
up, if
Yeah.
the non-compete is not up, then then I'm just gonna look stupid. But
I don't
Hurt
understand
Syndicate,
that law that they passed. I don't understand how they can still have no compete clauses.
No, what it is with WWE is they call it a no compete clause, but what they do is they release people 90 days before their contract ends. So it's not a clause after the contract, it is the final.
Final.
They give them a 90-day notice,
Okay.
essentially.
Yeah. Okay, that makes
In
sense.
WWE. I don't know how
no,
what
because
order.
they're still not like. I mean, it's kind of a notice, but like the thing is, it's not really because they're still like released. They're still not doing anything. They're not wrestling. They're not.
Well, yeah, but it's illegal to have a no compete clause.
Yeah,
in the
I don't
contract
know
with
what the
foreigners, so that's how they're getting around it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a notice.
Maybe.
Trust me, I've read about it.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
they just passed that law last year.
Yeah.
Steven says Hurt Syndicate retains, but what if Archer and Cage cost Hurt Syndicate the titles, returning the favor, costing them the tag title shot?
I did think that's why I thought like I didn't think I didn't think they'd lose the titles because of Murder Machines, but I did think that Murder Machines were going to attack Outrunners, and maybe hurt Syndicate, and then either continue with the Outrunners or just doing a triple threat feud, where it's like between Murder Machines, Hurt Syndicate, and Outrunners. But now that what's it called? Murder Machines are helping Johnny TV and MXM Collection allegedly on the pre-show. I'm gonna just say Cedric joins Hurt Syndicate and debuts in AEW.
And speaking of the pre-show, our coverage starts at 6:25 tonight. We will be with you all night for the 0 hour for the pay-per-view. I have to go get a monster or something. I didn't sleep last night.
Because I spent all night drinking coffee.
Yeah.
It's okay, I get that.
Steven says, my opinion, this match should have been a triple threat tag time match. And Willie, what's up? He says, I don't expect it to happen, but I do like the Outrunners. Hope they win. So, K Fabulous, who do you have winning?
I, like Willie, also hope that the Outrunners win, but I have the Hurt Syndicate winning. Especially now that Wolf has suggested that Cedric Alexander might show up. But yeah, like I just totally didn't even think about all the people that got released from WWE in the last like however long it's been. When we were talking yesterday about who might show up.
He's the best that got released, isn't he? Don't you think?
Well, I just meant like I thought about Mike Bailey because they obviously told us he's coming, but I didn't think about any of those.
I
other
think
guys.
Mike Bailey's showing up tonight.
Yeah, I think he is too.
All right, I'm gonna be short and sweet. They are hot. The merchandise is selling really well. They're pretty over. I'm picking the Outrunners to win the tag team titles. I think it's their time. I think, strap the rocket to the hot team. So I'm picking the Outrunners. All right. So next we got the AEW TBS title match. Mercedes Moné, 4-belt Moné, defending the TBS title against Momo Watanabe. Wolf, what do you got?
Mercedes retains because this kind of became more predictable with the TBS title on the line. I figured that they wouldn't put the New Japan title on an AEW pay-per-view, but if they did, I feel like it would have been more interesting to like more of a possibility of Momo winning, but the fact that it's for the TBS title, I can't see Momo Watanabe winning because I feel like their direction, their plan for the TBS title is going all the way till All In, where Athena will challenge Mercedes Moné.
Oh
So
my God, I hope you're right about that. That would be so awesome.
I'm gonna go real quick. I agree with everything Wolf said. Mercedes Moné retains for all those reasons. Okay.
Asa jumped in and stole my line, which is I agree with everything. Wolf said. Yeah, I totally think like I expected her to give a belt up in this match until they said it was for the TBS title. But she still hasn't lost in AEW, right? I thought this was going to be like her
Correct.
first loss.
Correct.
But since it was for not an AEW belt and not against someone in AEW, it like wouldn't be as impactful as a straight up loss to someone else. But
And Willie here says, I highly recommend Queen of the Ring. Saw it last night. Great movie.
I wanted to watch it last night, but someone was like, "We've watched too much wrestling today."
Wait, didn't we try to watch it? No, that was the
No,
monkey.
that was the monkey.
Oh, we're gonna try to watch it very soon.
Like tomorrow.
Yeah. Steven says, unfortunately, Mercedes retains, shaping up Mercedes versus Billy Starks, Mercedes versus Athena, All In.
Mm-hmm.
And Steven also says, believe Sheeta getting close to returning from Japan. Cool.
We haven't seen them have a match together, right? At least
Leading
at
up the-
AEW.
who
Not that I remember.
Yeah, I didn't
Yeah.
think so.
who
All right, up next.
wait who are we talking about? Who did we not see?
Sheeta and Mercedes.
Yes, we did.
We did
All
see it.
Out.
Oh, and yeah, okay, I remember.
All right, next match.
Thank you.
The number one contender match for the world title. We have former world champion Swerve Strickland taking on Ricochet, and also the winner gets that fucking jacket or whatever.
It's a robe.
The
Robe.
robe. Yes.
So let's go K-Fabulous first.
Okay, so this was the one I struggled with the most, to the point where I rolled a d20 and let that pick for me. So I have Ricochet beating
Nerd.
Swerve.
Nerd.
What? It was a d20 app on my phone. You can use all kinds of that, and it's awesome.
Wait, who'd you pick? I wasn't even listening.
Ricochet.
Ricochet.
Okay.
I went with the nerd.
Eric Douglas says hi, everyone. Hi, Eric.
Hey.
Hello.
Wolf. Who you got?
So I did not struggle with this match at all. Swerve was winning, and then we get Dynasty Mox versus Swerve. Oh well.
I thought that Swerve was going to win, and then someone in our chat on one of the shows we did, like I think this week, suggested that Prince Nana is going to turn on Swerve and cost him the match.
That'd be
So it's devastating
diabolical.
my heart to its very core. But think about like how much over as a heel, like Ricochet's already really over as a heel, but I think he would like blow the roof off the arena if he gets Prince Nana on his side.
Yeah.
So that convinced me. So
It would be cool, but here Steven says Ricochet burns the robe. Nana turns on Swerve. Ricochet wins. That's a way to go. That would be interesting.
well, they said he's altering the robe.
Right.
Remember, he's having.
That's what I was going to say.
Sorry, go ahead.
And Eric asks, so you think Swerve and Nana separate?
I hope not, but
It sounds. Steven does. I don't. None of us do.
I think he might. I just hope he doesn't.
I pick Swerve for this one because Ricochet said he'd made moderations to the robe. So Swerve's gonna win the match, get the robe back, and then be like, what the fuck is this?
Oh, I think Ricochet is gonna come out wearing it.
And he'll get it, Swerve will get it back, and who knows what he'll do to it. Swerve's winning this match. He's
Not with the deep.
Ricochet is not facing Moxley for the title. Swerve
Oh,
is
fuck, I
facing
forgot that's what
Moxley
it's
for the
for. I'm changing
title.
my pick.
To Swerve?
Yeah, I forgot that this was the number one contenders match.
Yeah.
I'm officially changing it. If you guys talk me out of being right, I'll be so mad at you. But at least we'll all be wrong together if we're wrong.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, AEW International title match. We've got Konosuke Takeshita of the Callis family defending against former world champion Kenny Omega. Kay, what do you say?
I say Omega all the way, all day.
Has he been international champion before?
No.
Nope.
Oh,
No.
okay.
Yeah, it's been Moxley, Phoenix, Orange, Pac, and
That's it.
Takeshita.
And
Yeah.
And Osprey.
Osprey? Oh yeah, Osprey. That's who
Osprey.
Takeshita went.
Right.
And
Osprey's been
MJF,
there.
technically.
All right.
No,
Yeah.
American
that
champion.
doesn't count. He renamed.
That counts. That counts.
Okay, fine. That was so good. I forgot they did that.
So what? Who would you say? Omega?
Yes.
All right. Wolf, who do you say?
I feel like I'm gonna be wrong when I say this. This is the match that I probably struggled the most on, and this is probably the match I'm most likely to be wrong on. For the third time in the span of like a year, 2 years, Takeshita beats Omega.
Wow. And Steven here says Omega wins the title match of the night. Very likely
agree.
could be. These two.
Actually, no, I don't
Are you
agree on Omega.
forgetting
I
that
agree on
Osprey
Matt.
and Fletcher are in a steel cage together?
Well, that's what he said, not me.
You just said very possibly.
I
Very
agree.
possibly, yeah.
I think Takeshita and Omega do so well together. I think this, if they really try, really go all out, then yeah, I would say this is match of the night.
And Steven is wondering if Ibushi returns tonight.
I could see him like
I could see that.
preventing the Callis family from interfering with the match. Like
Yeah,
Ibushi,
Ibushi could show up. Maybe Okada could get involved.
Hey, Eric Tate.
Hey, my pick, Kenny Omega gets his win back from Takeshita, who beat him twice in a week. And Kenny Omega is your new international champion on his way to collecting every belt in AEW.
I think so too.
So, yeah, Kenny.
Has he had the TNT?
Nope.
No.
Okay, I didn't think so.
Steven says Young Bucks possibly. That's true.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I've forgotten about all of these people.
There could be, I mean,
Exciting.
this is going to be a big show.
Mhm.
Honestly, yeah, now that I think about it, I didn't say this before, but another possibility is that if it's not Cedric showing up because it's not the 90 days, the 90 days hasn't gone by, I would say the Young Bucks probably come back and for challenging the Hurt Syndicate, because we're in LA for Revolution. They love bringing back the Young Bucks in LA. So
That's a good point. I wonder if Camille's going to show up.
We'll see. Up next, AEW Continental title match. We got the champion Kazuchika Okada defending against Brody King of the, what are they called? The Hounds of Hell?
Mhm.
Hounds of Hell. Yep.
So, Wolf, what do you say?
Man, I really want Brody to win, but I know it ain't happening. So yeah, Okada retains, but I would be so happy if Brody King won. Because the reason and that's the reason why I didn't say Omega for the international title match, because I didn't think they would try unifying the international and continental titles, and I think the plan is Okada versus Omega for the continental title at All In.
Oh, you think they're going to unify them?
No,
he said he doesn't think
he doesn't. Oh.
I'd be pleasantly surprised, but I don't think they're gonna do it. That's why I said Takeshita.
Yeah.
because I have Okada retain. Because if they're not going to have it for the Continental title, then honestly Brody should win here. But I would say Okada. Okada retains. Omega loses against Takeshita or somehow doesn't get the belt. And then we keep going to All In. Eventually, we get All In Okada Omega for the Continental title.
Okay, what do you think?
I don't think Brody King has like a remote chance of winning this. And I'm also okay with that. Like I like Brody King a lot, but I don't think he's been built enough to be the guy that dethrones Okada. Because Okada's had that belt since what, like his first match in AEW, right? Against Eddie.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
It's
so
actually
like
wild.
for Brody to just like randomly pull out a win, I don't see that happening. Yeah. Wolf said Okada also. What about you, Asa?
Well, here Steven said Okada retains. He says low blow and Rainmaker. In this one, yeah, I don't think Brody King has a chance. I'm picking Okada to retain. I don't know if they'll try to unify the belts. I doubt they will, but they might have a match for one of the belts, Omega and Okada. I mean, so we'll see, but I don't see Okada losing to Brody King.
Well,
no way.
They've had double champions before and not unified the belts. They just had more than one belt.
True. Yeah.
I would like
that'd
them
be cool.
to get rid of the Continental title and make it like a trophy.
No. Well, yeah, okay.
Yeah,
I'd be down
it
for
doesn't need
that.
to be a belt. I didn't think it was going to be, and then when it did, it was like, well, now he's defending it outside of the Continental Classic.
And Willie here says Prince Nana heel turn. Not exactly Cena. No, it's not. But I don't know. He's pretty beloved.
Did you say Okada?
And Steven, I did say Okada. And Steven says Macy Camille in the Mercedes match. I think she may come back tonight. I think we're going to see a number of returns tonight.
Yeah.
I do. I think it's going to be a huge show for them. I really believe it. AEW is in a big arena tonight. Yep.
Willie's saying Okada wins.
Willie says Okada wins. So Willie, if you want to be in the viewer / listener pick contest, let us know your picks for the rest of the matches. Not the 0 hour, just the pay-per-view matches. And you would be in competition with Steven Chambers there. All right, up next we have one that was tough to pick.
Same thing for Eric or anyone else. I just want to interrupt you real quick. That's open
right. That's open to anyone.
Yeah.
Correct. That's open to anyone. Put your picks in, and you will be eligible for the viewer pick contest. The winner will get something AEW related. Okay. Up next, this is one I had a tough time with. This is going to be a great match. Could be a sleeper for match of the night. And that is two former world champions facing off, MJF and Hangman Adam Page. Wolf, what do you think?
Hangman needs this one. Like, if we're gonna build up a Hangman or build the company basically around Hangman, which it seems like that is what they're trying to do, I definitely think Hangman needs this one because I feel like this like character work of Hangman, it needs a win. It needs like this losing streak, like lately, not really a fan of. He's been losing like a couple matches that I feel like he should have won. Like Full Gear against Jay White. Like, yeah, they did push Jay White to the forefront and give him that record of like beating Hangman 5 times in their career or something like that, or 6 times. But I feel like Full Gear, you could have easily had Hangman win. So, and I don't think MJF needs this win at all. So I think Hangman should win. Absolutely.
And here, Stephen Chambers said MJF fireballs Hangman. Jeez. Eric Tate said, I think Shane will finally show up tonight. We'll see. I don't know. I'm done predicting that. I predicted that like 2 pay-per-views in a row, which means tonight he probably will show up, like with the Young Bucks in tow.
Well, they news of wrestling. What's it called? Wrestling Observer. They said they released like more information that they'd found out about the meeting, which said like it was nothing pretty much. So, but they are always wrong.
Wrestling's a work.
Yeah.
It's all big work.
Yeah.
Don't believe it.
Yes.
Steven says Hangman takes a couple weeks off, drag the feud to Dynasty with a stipulation. That sounds good. Willie says, got to go with my boy MJF. And like I said, Willie and everybody else, Willie, go ahead and put your picks in for the others too. I think we only have what, 2 of yours?
Yeah, we've already talked about, in case you joined us late, we've already talked about Hurt Syndicate and Outrunners, Monet and Momo, and Swerve and Ricochet, Omega and Takeshita. So if you want to throw your picks in for those too, that'd be awesome.
So did you answer?
No.
Okay, go ahead.
Only Wolf has answered.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I disagree with what Wolf is saying, which is not very common because he's so smart all the time. But I think MJF does need this. And I think Hangman is at his best when he is crazed and desperate. And I think losing to someone as like maniacal and slimy as MJF can help push that, but in a face way. So like we've seen like crazed heel Hangman, but I want to see crazed face Hangman, you know? And MJF like fucking cheats with everything. So I think he's going to cheat and win. That's my prediction.
MJF was so fucking fired up on what show was that?
That's Collision.
Was it Collision?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Collision. He was so fired up. It was awesome. He gave some great promos, some great acting, and I don't know. I think he's got the fire in his belly for this one. I'm going with MJF. Like Kay said, you know, Hangman's at his best when he's crazed and trying to fight off someone he sees as a villain. So yeah, and I'm kind of with Steven, who said, you know, run it back at Dynasty with a stipulation.
Yeah.
I think keep the feud going.
Yeah, maybe. I definitely think they could, but I don't know. I feel like Hangman does need a big win. I do want to ask you guys, because I have seen this speculation lately, or making the rounds on Twitter and such. People have speculated that Baron Corbin might debut as and help MJF against Hangman, or Tom Pestock as he's known now. Because
interesting. Yeah, I wouldn't hate it.
He's
Corbin's
a good wrestler.
good.
Yeah.
He's good.
He's not, like talking, which if it is with MJF, like
I really hated Corbin at first, but I came around on him.
I hated him at first, but just not because like it wasn't necessarily because of him, that I guess. I mean, it kind of was, but like it was like it was just like he wasn't really doing anything for me. It wasn't clicking for me for a while. And then like all the way until like he was like, I saw him as like complete jobber, like definition of a jobber, jabroni, and until he went to NXT and then went back up to the main roster, and then he got released. But when he went down to NXT, he looked so much better. I'm like, where was this? Like, it was kind of more natural, and things clicked. I'm like, okay, now I see the appeal that everyone has about Baron Corbin.
And he's known for being a very safe worker also.
Yeah.
So
I will say this, fun fact, Baron Corbin has me blocked on Twitter for, I don't know why. I don't know. I didn't do anything. I didn't say anything. Or maybe I did, but I don't remember it. But
I just hated his lone wolf gimmick in WWE, where he had like that wet, long, stringy hair that he just like put in front
Yeah,
of his face, like his for like nothing matches.
Yeah, I like the gimmick. I did not entirely like the hair. Like I definitely feel like it could have been better, and probably he was better off like bald. I mean, he does look better bald, but
It was like the
like,
grossest hair I've seen in wrestling, probably.
yeah,
It's nasty.
yeah.
Steven here says another possible scenario. MJF tries to fireball Hangman, and Christopher Daniels pushes Hangman out of the way and takes the fireball. Interesting.
I like that idea.
Willie said Ricochet wins.
I got it already.
Okay. Eric Tate said, whoa, a lot of comments. Eric Tate said, Hangman heel run did not last long. No, it didn't.
Yeah, that's fine because yeah, Hangman's just good as a face. I feel like it makes sense.
He's a pretty good heel.
He's good either way.
Yeah,
He's one of the best there is.
Yeah.
And Johnny says, I predict Josh Alexander and Mike Bailey appear tonight. I forgot about Josh Alexander. Yeah. They got so many people that they could bring in tonight. Mike Bailey, I would bet on.
Yeah.
And Johnny also says, I predict Camille returns tonight to attack Monet after she wins. Might be safe. I saw Camille was somewhere over the weekend talking to Jim Cornette. Eric Tate says Corbin is still in 2K25.
Yes, he is.
And I can't wait to play it. It looks great. I was watching gameplay. It looks really good. Looks much improved over 24.
I'm gonna tell you this: if you're on new gen version and you are thinking about playing the island, don't bother. It is the worst thing ever because it's first of all microtransaction hell. Second of all, your save is like your progress. It's not really like uploaded to the servers or anything. So if your save for whatever reason is wiped or deleted, all your progress on the island is wiped as well, which means if you spent money, it's gone forever.
Oh,
wow. How much
And
are
then
the
you have to get it back.
microtransactions and what are they for?
So the island, it's kind of like I don't know if you've seen NBA 2K games where they have like a neighborhood. It's like 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 an area, a pretty sizable area where you can make your character go around, and it's online. You have people around, and you like get items, like special items that you can use to customize your character more later. But yeah, that was what it kind of sold me off, was the fact that it's very weird. I don't like it. Also the online, like it's kind of stale after a little bit. Like it looks like it gets stale easily. And
you don't have to buy the characters, do you?
No, you make them. Like
Good.
you straight up make them from like within the creation suite, and then into the game. But the problem, my main issue was the fact that the save, the progress you make and the items you get is like only linked to your like local save. So if the game glitches out and wipes your save for whatever reason, all your stuff that you got from the island is gone and you have to get it again. And I'm like,
that's
hell no.
You would think it would be linked to your account.
Yeah,
let's get back to AEW. Back to AEW.
Wait, did you give us your MJF Hangman prediction?
Yeah, I said MJF.
Yeah, he did say
that.
Johnny says Hangman can be the second best anti-hero after Stone Cold, possibly.
Yeah.
Steven Chambers says Curly Three Stooges. I'm not really sure.
They're shaving the head.
Who's shaving their head?
Someone in the chat said that Corbin needs to give John Cena a lesson on how to shave his head properly.
Oh.
I'm assuming that's what he meant. We had a bunch of new people join us. Guys, if you want to throw your picks into the chat for AEW Revolution, we do a viewer/listener giveaway.
I can do my Curly impression.
Are you going to hit me?
I'm not going to hit you. It's my curly.
Fantastic.
Johnny says Camille was at the movie premiere for Queen of the Ring. Yeah, I can't wait to see that movie. Eric says PS4 2K25 is good. And Johnny says, I predict the Hurt Syndicate versus the Outrunners will be the shortest match on the card, less than 10 minutes. I think you may very well be right about that.
I just read the first match on the card. I didn't see the I think it meant like a squash match, and I was like, no way would they do them dirty like that.
All right, we got 3 matches left here. AEW World Women's Title Falls Count Anywhere match. Tony Storm defending against former world champion Mariah May. Kay, what do you think?
I think Tony Storm is going to slaughter her. No, I think it'll be a very fair fight, or even fight rather. Hopefully not fair at all. Yeah, Tony is keeping this. She is just the best. She's a PWI #1 women's wrestler. She just had a movie come out Friday. Like, I don't think they're taking the belt off of her.
Yeah. Steven wants me to do the curly shuffle. I can't move my camera to that position, and we're on carpet, and I'd get carpet burns. I'm sorry. Wolf, what do you think on this one?
So, I mean, and this is going to be the last match between the two. And Tony is retaining 100%. I think after the match, there is a possibility of someone coming in. And you know what? I'm going to say this just because I hope she comes back, because dealing with visa issues suck, and she needs to be back on TV. Jamie Hayter shows up afterwards and to challenge Tony.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
But then they could maybe face each other all in.
Yeah, there's so many potential comebacks. It's hard to pick which ones are really going to happen, because all these are going to happen.
Oh, I keep thinking it's in England. It's not in England.
I feel like Statlander. I would have thought like Statlander would have been like the next opponent for Tony, but like there's this whole thing with Thunder Rosa and Megan Bayne and Penelope Ford. Maybe they put Megan Bayne to the forefront and have her challenge Tony next, but I don't know.
Johnny says, I predict Tony will pin Mariah outside the arena. That would be cool.
That would be awesome.
Johnny says, I want to see what AEW does with Mariah afterwards. Yeah, I thought the same thing. She'll need some sort of, reboot, kind of. Willie says, Tony Storm wins with the dreaded inside cradle. Johnny says, who wants to see a Tony versus Britt Baker at Dynasty?
No.
Yeah, I don't want to see that.
I'm sorry. No, I don't want to. Like, I hate to say this because, like, I feel kind of bad, but at this point, I kind of don't want to ever see Britt Baker wrestle again.
Wow.
At least not in AEW. Like, no, she's outclassed by basically the entire roster at this point.
Yeah. I was going to say the same thing, but I was going to say, like, I would be okay with her coming back in like a year after like intensive training.
Yeah.
Because I mean, she was one of the top women, but that was before they had the monster women's roster they have now.
And Eric says, is DMD with AEW?
Yeah.
Yes.
Britt Baker DMD. Okay. Oh.
Yes. Britt Baker is with AEW.
I'm slow. I'm sorry.
Did you say your pick?
Did I say my pick? Oh, yeah. Tony Storm. Yeah.
I figured. I just wanted
Tony Storm keeps it. I don't see any reason they give it to Mariah. As Kay said, she's just in a movie that opened. Like, don't take it away from her. Steven says AEW is going to push Megan Bayne too fast, like how they're doing with Jade, or I guess how they did with Jade. I hope not. I like Megan Bayne, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Steven says Britt in catering in Tony Khan's doghouse.
Well, Apparently, she's not very well liked backstage, allegedly.
Tony Schiavone likes her.
He seems
True.
like a nice guy.
And Willie says, "Fine, you don't have to watch Britt Baker. I'll do it for you." All right, we got 2 matches left here. Steel cage match. Former international champion Will Ospreay taking on Kyle Fletcher of the Callis family. Kay, what do you think?
I flip-flopped on this one a little bit, but I am sticking with what I said on Tuesday. I'm going with Osprey, especially with the shit they got going on with Mark Davis now. Like I think it's gonna look like Kyle Fletcher's gonna win, and Don Callis is gonna be like outside the ring trying to pass him some weapon or some shit to seal the deal, and then Mark Davis is gonna beat up Don Callis, and then Kyle Fletcher's gonna be totally shocked and like, what? And he's not gonna be paying attention, and then bam, in comes Omega or Osprey and dead.
All right. Wolf, what do you think?
Osprey. I'm definitely saying Osprey. I mean, I thought of the possibility that Fletcher could win, and then like maybe they can push him towards title contention. Because in my opinion, just do Garcia versus Fletcher, for the TNT title. Have Fletcher beat Garcia for the TNT title. But I think they can do that even with Osprey winning. So yeah, I'll say Osprey wins.
And Omega Red fan, we haven't seen you in a while.
Yeah, welcome back.
Welcome back. He says Thunder Rosa is still in the ring, standing with a chair to this day. I like her though. She's got something. Yeah, she does. I love her. She's is she in a 0 hour?
No. I
No,
don't think so.
She's
There's
not.
not a women's 0
she's
hour.
not.
Sorry.
She's not on the pay-per-view. No.
Eric
They've reached their cap of 2 women's matches.
Eric says the winner of the steel cage match needs to get a title shot, and Willie picks Osprey. And I'm also going to pick Osprey. Fletcher has gotten, a win in this feud. I think Osprey needs to get the win back, and having a win in a big steel cage match would only, help solidify his legend in AEW. And I tell you, when I think steel cage AEW, I still think of when Cody Rhodes did a fucking moonsault off the top of the cage onto Wardlow. That was one of the most amazing things I've ever seen in wrestling.
Honestly, I would not be surprised if Osprey did it tonight against Fletcher.
That's gonna make
I
me
don't think I
nervous.
saw that.
It's gonna make me
What
nervous.
pay-per-view is that for?
It wasn't on a pay-per-view. It was on a Dynamite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to watch AEW a little bit before I did, and so I think I maybe missed that.
And Johnny
Yeah.
says, I predict Kyle wins. Will can take a loss.
If Kyle wins, he immediately needs to get a TNT title shot. He needs to get or any title shot, but mainly TNT because that's more open.
They need to get rid of that belt. That belt's
It is?
stupid. Yeah. It looks ugly and it's stupid.
Yeah.
All right. The main event now. AEW World Title match. The champion, John Moxley, who has the belt in a briefcase held by Marina Shafir, defends against Adam Copeland. I will not call him Cope.
Yep.
So who wins this one? Wolf?
Okay, so I have the result staying the same. Moxley's retaining. It's not gonna be Copeland who what's called beats Moxley. However, there's a number of things I've considered and I feel like could very well happen. And there was like one thing I wasn't sure about, but first thing, Christian's going to cash in, and he is going to fail. I think Christian is going to fail his cash in. Second thing, this one I was kind of more unsure about because like it makes sense, but it's also like I don't know if I want it to happen. Jay White turns heel probably after the match on Cope.
Yeah.
And then the third thing is the possibility of a new member of the Death Riders, and I don't know if I'd like it, but I would probably still see what happens with it. Jack Perry might
Yeah.
join the Death Riders.
Yeah.
That was such a good idea. Who
yeah.
suggested that? Was
I
that?
think that was Wolf, wasn't it?
No, it was on last night's. watch-
No, it was-
It was someone else.
Yeah.
yeah,
Well,
I
it was a
don't.
good
Or
idea.
maybe they could bring in someone new that I wouldn't even consider. But yeah, I'd just say probably what's his name?
Jack
Jack
Perry.
Perry. Yeah.
And Steven here says Mox retains. No Christian cash in thanks to returning kill switch. That would be cool. Eric Tate says Jay White a heel turn like Cena did. Steven says Captain Caveman Wheeler is going to interfere. They've set it up that Wheeler will interfere in that match. That's a good observation, Steven.
Yeah.
Willie says John Moxley wins, but I'm so tired of this Death Riders bullshit.
Reach.
I think what's it called? I think now they're kind of setting up Wheeler to turn face again. Which is good because in my opinion he should have never turned heel. I don't know why they turned him heel, but
Because they wanted to
get
fuck
some
up
heat.
really
No,
bad.
get some heat. Now they're going to turn the heat around. I think it was a good idea. I think it's
People
Yeah.
actually were cheering for Yuta for the first time in his fucking
and now he's
career.
got more heat than he had as a face, and now they're going to flip it, and he'll have the same heat as a face. Trust me. Steven says, haven't seen Jack Perry since Obama was president.
I forgot they're in LA and Jack Perry is from
Obama was president up till January, right? His third term.
yeah.
Somebody was running shit. We know it wasn't Joe Biden. Johnny says the Dynasty main event can be Moxley versus Wheeler Yuta for the belt.
But doesn't it have to be Swerve or Ricochet? Or I guess that doesn't have to be at a pay-per-view.
Doesn't have to be at a pay-per-view.
Doesn't have to be at a pay-per-view, but I feel like if it should be Swerve versus Moxley at Dynasty.
And Antonio, what's up, Antonio? He says, hey, friend, prediction for Will Ospreay to win at Revolution, and Mercedes Varnado wins at Revolution. Let's go. Yeah, let's go. I'm getting ready. World title match. Who gave their bless you? Who gave their prediction?
Not you. You're the only one.
Me.
And you?
Yeah.
I say John Moxley retains the title.
Yep.
I've learned do not pick against John Moxley on pay-per-views. You'll just get burned. So I thought about the Jay White heel turn as well. They've really made it kind of obvious.
Mhm.
Now, I don't think Jay White will join the Death Riders
No,
because he doesn't need to be, second banana to Moxley.
100%. Yeah.
I talked you out of it.
But I think Jay White will turn heel. And I think there is a possibility of something else. I think Christian may try to cash in, but here's the thing: on AEW, they have been very emphatic that the contract in the case is not valid until someone signs it.
He hasn't signed it?
He hasn't signed
They've
it.
been
No.
very emphatic about that. And
Because
they didn't
once
say
you
until
sign it,
Christian
it happens
signs it.
right after. Like
Right.
as soon as you sign it, match happens.
Yeah. They didn't say Christian has to sign it. They said until someone signs it.
Do you think
True.
Nick's gonna steal it?
No, I think there's a chance that
Phil Sweat?
man, I don't know. I think there's a chance someone will,
See, I missed all of that.
maybe Hangman Adam Page, maybe
Oh my god, I want it to be with Nick
lose
Wayne.
to MJF earlier in the night and then come get the world title. You know how pissed MJF would be about that. But I feel like they're setting something up with that contract by saying someone has to sign it,
That's brilliant.
not saying Christian has to sign it.
Yeah.
Omega Red Fan says, I like MJF, but I want to see Hangman get a second title run.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eric says, I like that name, Revolution. Yeah, it's a great name. Willie says, and in the main event of the evening, Big Boom AJ goes in.
Maybe he'll steal the contract.
No, fuck God. Johnny says no more contracts for Christian in the future.
Yeah.
And I think they kind of booked themselves into a corner with this contract. And
I will.
Steven says, can hear the final countdown.
Oh my God! If they somehow bring Brian,
What if Brian comes in and signs the contract and beats Moxley? That would be some hot shit.
And after he's semi-retired, he becomes the AEW champion again.
Yeah. Why not?
No, I think I could see Brian like helping Darby win at All In, but
So let's see which ones did we disagree on?
So this will be interesting. The only time that you picked differently from like by yourself is for the Outrunners match.
Differently from who?
From either of us.
Really?
Like, no. I mean, like, that's the one where you stand alone on one side of the match.
Okay.
So in order for you to beat both of us, you have to be right about the Outrunners. And then we differed on the Omega Takeshita match with Wolf picking Takeshita and you and I picking Omega.
Mm-hmm.
We differed on the Hangman, Adam Page, and MJF match with Wolf picking Hangman and you and I picking MJF. So I need Wolf to lose one of those, and I need you to lose about the Outrunners, and then I get my title back.
We'll see. We'll be keeping track of it all night to see.
I
For the viewers, did you get all of Willie's?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I need his Mercedes.
Willie,
Momo.
what's your Mercedes Momo prediction? We used to call
Don't say it.
We used to call idiots Momos. We'd be like, look at this fucking Momo over here.
That's true. That's what I think of every time I hear a name.
Omega Red Fan says booking Christian cope if he fails.
Oh yeah, the reason I made that face at you is refusing to call Copeland is because you have made me for the last year and a half call fucking Luchasaurus
Kill Switch,
which is bullshit because Luchasaurus is the coolest name ever.
Willie says yes. Brian goes over. Well, Willie, we need your answer.
We need Mercedes
before we
and
can
Momo.
leave. We need your answer for the Mercedes and Momo match.
Because then we'll actually have a contest. We'll have at least 2 entries unless people have DM'd you something.
Right.
I will say this regarding Jay White, possible heel turn. I think there's a possibility that, or there is also the possibility that they don't necessarily turn Jay heel and they just kind of go for a kind of go in the direction of doing rated FTR versus Jay and the Guns, maybe on a Dynamite or something to determine who faces the Death Riders for the trios titles, which I would say would probably be rated FTR.
I kind of don't think the Bang Bang Gang exists.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to exist.
Because Jay comes out to his own music, the Guns came out to their own music.
And they're not. The
Guns came out to the Bang Bang Gang music.
What'd you say?
The Guns came out to the Bang Bang Gang music, but
that
new
was
one.
their music. Oh, I gotcha.
Yeah.
But the Tron wasn't the Bullet Gang Tron. It was the Guns. Tron.
It was for
Mercedes.
the Guns. Yeah.
I'm sorry. What?
Willie said Mercedes.
Mercedes. Cool.
All right, so we've got Willie and Steven in a battle to get an AEW related prize. It's not going to be like a belt or anything, so don't get your hopes up. But it will be something neat. Yeah, we're poor. It will be something AEW related and neat. And hopefully you will enjoy it.
And if you want to throw your name into the ring for the contest, you can DM Asa on X at
No Bones Wrestling. That's at No Bones RASSLIN. At No Bones Wrestling. So get me your picks before. The show starts at 7. So if you can get me your picks by 6:55, it'll count.
Yeah.
If you want to enter the viewer contest.
Yeah.
And
we're not doing the 0 hour, so just send us the main card picks.
Well, we are doing the 0 hour.
Oh,
we're not doing the picks
yeah.
for the 0 hour. So yeah, Wolf, thank you for being here. Kay, thank you for being here. Eric, Revolution is sold out tonight, I've been told. So great for AEW. Everybody, thank you for being here. Eric, Willie, Johnny, Omega Red fans, Steven, who didn't I mention?
We had a new
Antonio,
person, I thought.
huh?
Didn't we have a new person?
Eric Tate. I thought we did have a new person.
Awesome new person who we have a lot of messages, so we can't find
Yeah.
his name. But thank you.
Well, we had a lot of people and a lot of talking, and we really appreciate it.
I found it. Eric. Oh, I know Eric Douglas was here before.
Eric Douglas, yeah.
No, he was here last night.
We have,
Yeah.
we love talking to you. We love hearing from you. So keep it up.
Yeah.
And we will see you. Our coverage begins right wherever you're watching this. It's on X, and it's gonna be the same link on YouTube. So we're
Oh yeah. That's
yeah,
first link.
wherever you're watching this is where you can watch our pay-per-view coverage, which starts at 6:25 Eastern time, and it'll be myself, Kate Fabulous. Wolf will be kind of here and leaving and then back.
Yeah.
Are you
And
gonna start with us, Wolf? Because if people are
Yes.
watching on his stream, will it connect to his if he's not on with us at the start?
Yeah, it'll stay because as long as you guys are still live, but
Okay, cool.
yeah.
and I believe Dylan from Wrestling the Pod is joining us also. So it should be fun. So everybody, thank you for watching, and we will see you at 6:25 for the 0 hour.
Yeah.
Ye-
With possibly the best match on the card,
What's that?
the Gravity match.
Jericho versus Gravity?
No, Commander Hologram. match.
Commander and Hologram versus
Yeah.
Johnson and Blake Christian.
Yeah.
Might be the best match
Yeah.
on the whole fucking card, for real.
All
All right.
I'll definitely check it out.
Yeah.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.